Okay, now that we've looked at both Richard Sherman and Adrian Peterson, the clock, both their incidents, and how they rebranded themselves, I want to talk about how, as their agent, I would have recommended them to try to rebrand themselves immediately after their incidents. I would have told both these men that they needed to do a complete overhaul of their image. And I think the biggest way to do that in the NFL is to win the Walter Payton Award trophy. Um, so that is the Man of the Year trophy that's given to um, one or two at times NFL players during the season who have exhibited great acts of giving to their communities. This past year, it was J.J. Watt when he donated millions and helped fundraise for millions of dollars for the Houston flood relief. One thing that I wanted to point out for this award is it's been given out these past 47 years, and a great deal of them are now in the Hall of Fame. Let me actually read this little excerpt that I wrote up. My advice to both these players would be to really broaden their charitable acts. I really think that they need to drastically change the way the public views them. They should both strive to win the Walter Payton Award. The Walter Payton Award first started being awarded for players who had gone above and beyond in their charitable works in their communities 47 years ago. Over those 47 years, 24 of the award's inductees have gone on to be selected to enter the National Football League's Hall of Fame. Some of those winners include Dan Marino, Jerome Bettis, Chris Carter, etc. Being able to join the ranks of Walter Payton Award winners should give them both a complete overhaul of the way the public and their peers view them. Between the two players, I would say that Adrian Peterson would have to act a little bit faster because his career is dwindling down. He currently does not sit on an NFL roster, and he may only have a couple of years left to completely repair his image. He has his charity, the All Day Foundation, which helps at-risk youth, and that's a great start to his campaign for the Walter Payton Award. Now, Richard Sherman, on the other hand, has a little bit longer left in his career. Doesn't have the wear and tear that Adrian Peterson has with all the injuries. So he has a little more time to repair his image, but he already has his charity as well, Blanket Coverage, which supplies children in low-income homes with school supplies that he can expand on to help improve his image. So both of these players have charities that they can that will help them to earn nominations for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. But I just want to point out that this award is a very prestigious award given out to, like we said, some of the best people out there in the NFL. It's an award that's not taken very lightly. It's very prestigious. It's voted on by everyone, peers, writers, all those people yet again get voted on. And it just is one of those things where if you can put your name on that award recipient list for the Walter Payton Award, it will go a long way in improving their brand. And that's what I think, as their agent, I would really have pushed them to try to go out and really win this. If they really want to get into the Hall of Fame and want to make it to that next level of getting to put their bust up in Canton forever and getting to don the golden jacket, they need to do something that goes above and beyond, because they already have the on-field accolades. No one's arguing that they're not two of the greatest players to ever play football. But what people are concerned about is, with Richard Sherman, his on-the-field / off-the-field activities, where he's getting in arguments with interviewers and he's pushing coaches and he's just out there being a hothead, and kind of people just look at him and he's abrasive. People don't really like him very much. And then you have Adrian Peterson, who was the golden boy, and everybody loved him. And then he gets into legal trouble because he was disciplining his child and he went too far. And now all of a sudden, the golden boy is no longer as clean as he was before. So it's just two instances where you have two great athletes, one with who just comes off as abrasive, the other who got into legal trouble, that both need to repair their image. And if I was their manager, I'd sit there and I'd tell them, this is the surefire way to repair your image to get you into the Hall of Fame, the quickest. You can go the media route afterwards. You can go do all the commentating and do all of that stuff like some of the Randy Mosses and everyone else has done so that people can get to know you a little bit better. But if you want a surefire way to, where people can say, hey, he's a good guy, people like him, he does the right things, you go out, you win the Walter Payton Award, people are going to know that you have your life together, you're doing stuff the right way, you're a good person, and you deserve the awards that come with your successes. Thanks. That's all.